It's taken 4 days from the end of the transfer window for me to start doing this video because I am lost for words, flabbergasted, disgusted, bored, fed up. Chelsea's ownership team right now, you look at them and they're just pure business. They're data driven, they're pure business. They're literally, let's bring a player in, develop them for a series of time, the rotation of their contract to this sort of stuff, and then we'll flog them on for a bit of a profit. They don't look at the football side of it. They're not fucking football people. And until we all accept that, it's, including me. And the reason I'm saying that is because of the transfer window. So we've just had a whole month in January where Chelsea are linked with everyone and their mother. And you've got players that are potentially being put out there wanting to, we're not going to push them out the door, but we'll listen to offers. Can't get my words out, I'm that annoyed. We'll listen to offers for certain players. We're not going to push them out. We don't really want to sell them, but if an offer comes in, we will. And then they're still here. And you've got a situation where you've got players that have had to come back who were outed from the first team, training away from the first team squad, training with the youngsters, banished basically from the first team, from the club, that have been there since a kid, Trevor Chalobah, gone to Crystal Palace, who welcomed him, embraced him in, and he got to where he felt so comfortable that he started playing great football, scoring goals, being a big part of Palace, and Chelsea go, got a couple of injuries, come back. If I was Chalobah, I would have turned around and said, well, stuff it. No chance. No way. But we're his ownership club, or we own him and his contracts. He had to come back. But the point I'm trying to make here is this Chelsea transfer window. So think back to Abramovich's era. And when it comes to the transfer window, whether it's summer or January, it was all exciting. We sit glued to Sky Sports News. We keep checking it and we keep refreshing it on our phones. What's the latest update? Anything on Chelsea? And there was always rumours, and ever since Roman turned out of all of his money, there was rumours galore about Chelsea, and it's never stopped, to be fair. There's always nonsense. There's always complete trash that goes out there because agents sit there in the summer and think, I can fill my pockets with money. Let's just put a little story out there to the media so their parent club then thinks, shit, we've got to keep hold of him. Give him a bigger deal. I get money in my pocket. And it's every summer, every January, the agents and the players are like this. Ooh, happy days. Anyway, there's a load of old nonsense. But Chelsea was exciting because we were going out there being bold and making signings. And the signings we were making would implement the first team or improve the options we got in the first team. Apart from Yossi Benayoun, who was only sold because Fernando Torres, who was only signed, because Fernando Torres was struggling. And my best mates, if they're watching this video, you know it's the truth. I keep getting wound up by Yossi Benayoun. Yossi Magic, they used to say. I'm a believer, right? The transfer window, summer or January, right? You've got your existing squad of players. You bring somebody in that's going to give straight, immediate competition for someone's place. So whoever's in that place in the first team at the moment looks and thinks, shit, I better butt my ideas up and train to a higher level to make sure I keep my place. That's the whole point of transfers. Unless you have a gap to fill and need a bit of coverage for someone just in case, and you make it clear to the player you're signing, you're coming as a backup, you probably won't play a lot, but you'll be part of our squad, and they're happy to do it. Winston Bogard, say no more, and they come in. But every signing that you make, you bring players in to improve the options that you've got. That's the whole mentality of it for me. That's the purpose of it. Yossi Benayoun was not that player. End of. So let's get back to the window. So Abramovich era, very, very exciting. We had the Torres signing, we had Lewis signing. You had all the different signings that we made, summer and January. It was always exciting for us, always, for Chelsea fans. And for the football world, we turned the football world upside down when Abramovich come in. And I want him back. I'd love to have Abramovich back because there's that saying, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. And yes, he made his mistakes with getting rid of some managers, maybe more than once, Jose. But he always looked after the football club and made sure that whatever he did was right. And most of the time he was right because we were successful. But what you got right now is an ownership team, Chelsea, you got Todd Bowley, who's trying to listen to the fans, trying to do right by the supporters, wants to keep hold of Conor Gallagher, wants to keep hold of Trevor Chalobah. But you've got Clearlake and that mob and the sporting directors that they've employed that are thinking business only. Not football, not success, business. That's it. Todd Bowley's trying to side with the football side of it. This lot are not. So the whole point of this video and why I'm doing this video right now, because I haven't done a script for this video. I never do scripts for my videos. I just talk how I feel. And hopefully I'm resonating with you guys watching this particular video, because I'm sitting looking at a transfer window where we link with everybody and we know we need a goalkeeper and we're watching Robert Sanchez make his mistakes. We know we need a centre-back because we lost Fofana. Badiashile has also got his injury problems. We know we need a striker because Nicholas Jackson can't do it by himself. Guiyu, bless him, he's up there, just got himself injured. He's not the finished article, really, to rely on week in, week out. He'll score you some goals, but he's not the finished article. And Nkunku Plant doesn't really fancy it up there in the Premier League, does he? So Jackson needs help. So goalkeeper, centre-back and a striker. We've been saying that since the summer. We get to January, we're linked with all sorts of players. Everyone and their mother we're being linked with. And what happens? We sign Vega. Renato Vega comes in and he's then farmed off on loan in January 6 months later. We make a permanent sign of João Felix and he's gone 6 months later to AC Milan because he couldn't get into the first team. We are a shambles. Chelsea fans, we feel like we are a shambles. We feel embarrassed about it. So the rest of the football look at us and just laugh at the minute and think, what a joke of a club that is. Players that are banished from the first team squad that are called back. Players that are signed, the intention of being part of this squad, what they can bring to the squad, you know, their qualities, and then they're deemed you can go out on loan. Players that are in the existing squad right now that are told, we don't want to sell you, but we will listen to an offer if it comes in. But no offer comes in, and they sit there thinking, well, you would have sold me. And what happens? We make a signing. We bring Trevor Chalobah back, thank God. But we make a signing, another fucking midfielder. Who the fuck decides this? Who sits and looks at all this? You've got a manager, a fan base screaming out for fucking goalkeeper, centre-back, striker, and you sign a midfielder based on data and what they could potentially do in the future if it works out. It's bullshit, is what it is. And I just can't understand it. I cannot understand it for life of me. I'm trying to get my head around it for 4 days. I just can't. It just shows you there's an agenda and a transfer policy at our football club. These two idiots that are sporting directors or whoever's in charge of transfers and scouting, whatever, all they're doing is looking at emerging talent, bring them in and think they'll be fine in a few years. We haven't got that time. The youngest average team in the Premier League, as it is, and we're signing a young midfielder to come in. We need 3 players to kick on for Champions League. If this was Abramovich, it wouldn't even, it'd never happen. You'll go out and buy those 3 players. This is why it's chalk and cheese. Abramovich era, this era, chalk and cheese. Abramovich got football. Abramovich loved football. Abramovich felt football and a desire for football and knew how important football was to us and to be successful and what the top 4 means. These guys are like, bring a player in, build them up a bit, sell them on for a profit, bring a player in, build them up a bit. Don't mind where we finish. And Enzo Maresca has even said to himself, I've got no targets for this season. What? If he doesn't finish higher than 6th, then what's the fucking point? We were great. I started off this season saying that he's a yes man on my channel. I said to him, he's a yes man. He's got a job on. Should never got rid of Pochettino. Pochettino didn't stand for the crap that the board were putting on him, and that's why he went. And everyone's moaning about the fact that, Pochettino, it was right for him to go. He's highlighted it there in the summer that this lot have got the wrong idea. They don't get football. They don't understand the importance of building on what you've already got. One defeat in 14 games, bring in some experienced players in key positions to take us forward. Oh, no. We don't have the same idea as Pochettino. He's gone. Maresca comes in a yes man. And then you're sitting there and he has a clear out of the squad. And then literally after we were playing well and doing great, because reactionary, I'm not reactionary normally, but end up being reactionary in that particular video, I did an apology video. And now I look at the situation where we've lost some games. We've got back-to-back wins, but for 5 games we were struggling. And you think to yourselves, okay, give us a chance for top 4 by bringing some reinforcements. And we get a young midfielder who's not going to give us that. It tells you everything you need to know about where the ownership is right now, what their targets and goals are, what their philosophy is, what their transfer policy is, and it's fucking bollocks is what it is. It's absolute bollocks. And it's taken me 4 days to sit here, to get a video done, and to put this out, because it's an absolute joke. How on earth can you be in charge of a football team as a majority stakeholder and the football club itself and completely ignore the supporters? Ignore what's happening on the football pitch, ignore the needs of the manager from the football side, and just purely focus on the business side with 2 people in charge of transfers. Well, they must be like puppets. And upstairs, clearly they could doing this, and these 2 are like, okay, we'll sign somebody, no problem. What one do you want? Another midfielder? All right, I'll do it for you. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. So, rant over. Tomorrow we face Brighton in the FA Cup, and we've got to go for it because we're not going to be guaranteed top 4. People are beginning to pick up form. We got no reinforcements. We had 2 players for every position. We haven't got that now because we've let Vega go. So Cucurella, Chilwell's gone and Vega's gone. Cucurella's now isolated on the left-hand side. Malo Gusto will now be a cover for left and right. So God help us if Cucurella and Reece James both get injured because Gusto can't play both sides. We've let João Felix go, who is a talent, someone that can unlock the door. So if we lose Cole Palmer, who have we got to unlock the door? Where's your creative midfielder? It was João Felix. But he got bored of waiting around because when he first turned up here and he arrived, he was our saviour. He was the creator because we didn't have one. And then he's gone away, he's come back, and he's like, oh, I can do it. Oh, what are you about? You got Cole Palmer here. And that's the situation. But because Cole Palmer was never rotated in certain games, João Felix given a go, he's got the he's gone to Milan, he scored his debut. He scored a great goal the other night against Roma. But it's just you sit and look and think, right, if we now get injuries, we are screwed. If we lose Cole Palmer, we're knackered. We've got no creativity as a number 10 in that team. We got Mikhailo Mudryk, who's facing a potential couple of years ban. So he's not there. You've now got Vega missing as well. And all we've done is brought in Trevor Chalobah back from loan because he should have been there in the first place. And a midfielder that we've never heard of. Brilliant. So the FA Cup has got to be a priority now. And I need to see Chelsea play the strongest team tomorrow. And we've got to do a performance. We've got to beat Brighton in the FA Cup. Have to beat them tomorrow. Except none of this nonsense that we've been watching where we just drop off and we look like we're just thinking too much. Just play free. Play with freedom as we were beginning of the season. Just play to everybody's strengths. Enjoy your football and just go out there and play. That's it. Don't sit and think too much and just, put too much emphasis on what we did. And I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. What Maresca did, the way he set the team up at Man City, was shocking. Was an insult. End of. Look, Maresca's doing well. He's doing better than I thought he would do. I'll give him credit for that. But he's got to be stronger. with the ownership and ask for these players. He's got to be. Or is it the fact that he doesn't have much of a say? Because that's what it looks like. So I'm sorry, but I had to do this video. I had to get it out because it's been sitting here for 4 days, and hopefully it resonates with all of you. And if you've been sitting here watching the whole thing and you're still here, cheers to you. Have one on me on a Friday. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Let me know what you think about anything I've said in the video. If it resonates to you, if you think I'm talking nonsense, in the comment section. Love you all, and I'll see you soon. Come on, Chelsea. No match commentary tomorrow. My wife's away. Got my little boy. I can't do commentary. When he's 3 years old, he's upstairs asleep. I can't do commentary while he's asleep upstairs. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate all of you. Oh, drop a like on it and put it out there. More Chelsea fans will like it, hopefully. See you soon.